When post-traumatic stress develops due to spouse infidelity, some people commit infidelity themselves out of rage and the sense of betrayal to get back at their spouse. Revenge affair may make you feel a little better temporarily with a sense of comfort and pleasure, but it only aggravates and reinforces your post-traumatic stress to a great extent. Now you have developed the worst possible psychological condition by having a revenge affair. When you develop post-traumatic stress due to spouse infidelity, all three components of psychology are on the verge of developing disorders. But psychological disorders have not developed yet. However, having a revenge affair significantly shortens the time taken for developing psychological disorders and makes all three components of psychology develop disorders, whereas relationship addiction without post-traumatic stress as its basis is considered as psychological disorders having developed in only two components of psychology. When you develop relationship addiction by having a revenge affair on top of post-traumatic stress, its destructive power goes beyond your imagination. With this respect, the spouse in post-traumatic stress due to spouse infidelity is considered to be in a more dangerous condition than the spouse in infidelity with general relationship addiction. For example, when it takes 5 to 10 years for a woman in general relationship addiction to develop hysteria, it takes only 1 year for a woman in relationship addiction on top of post-traumatic stress due to spouse infidelity to develop hysteria. In the latter case, the woman has developed psychological disorders in all three components of psychology. When you do not treat post-traumatic stress due to spouse infidelity and have a revenge affair yourself, an intense wound is generated at one blow, and you can feel as if you were comfortable and calmed temporarily. However, it has actually aggravated the condition of post-traumatic stress to a great extent. After some time, you will experience even more intense and unbearable pain and rage of post-traumatic stress, which has grown further and give up on everything for recovery. You may justify yourself by saying, "I have had enough and I have done my best. You are to blame for everything, including my revenge affair." It is a clear fact that your spouse has done wrong by having an affair, but it does not justify your attempts to ruin your mind and your life. The moment you give up on your treatment and recovery by having a revenge affair, you may develop psychological disorders in all three components of psychology. Then, you may fall into a more serious condition than your spouse who developed relationship addiction in the first place. It must be clearly understood that the spouse in post-traumatic stress is in a greater danger, and a revenge affair will make you fall into the worst condition.